So it's a great way to get me to do cardio. Oh, Ghost, you look so pretty. Rip? No! Every time. Every stream. Okay, I'm gonna contact Twitch support. Like, I don't understand why this keeps happening. Did your timer not reset? Because it's not a reset on my end. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening because I'm really trying to get that priority. It's not fancy me. Dude, these fucking like spam messages, I can't. I think I got a DM, but I can't actually see it. Because I got so much crap that I have to scroll through. You're Bundo? Okay. Do you mind if I add you to the friends list? Just so I can keep track of you? Timer reset. Dude, and every time that happens, like, I check the... On the... Where is it? I check on this. This is where I check to see what my viewer, how my streams do, if you're curious. So every time I do it, I'll show you yesterday's stream. Any day now, internet. Hello? Every time I do it, like, you can see. Let me see yesterday's stream. Like, this is when it crashed. Like, it's so bizarre. Like, I have no idea why this happens. It's so strange. And I don't know if it did it the day before. Did it do it the day before? I don't know. But usually there's like a really crazy, like, drop. I don't know. Like, did it happen right here? How long have I been streaming? No, 2 hours? Not yet. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why it does it. It's something on Twitch's side. Yeah, but it shouldn't be happening at all because I'm supposed to get some kind of priority. That was really the appeal for me. That and getting Twitch support to respond to you sooner. Oh, hi. Oh, you're a cat boy now. Look how cute you are. Wow, we're twinsies. I'm into that. I like how buff you are. Are you Vundo? I didn't actually see what your name is. Oh, you are. Okay. Oh, you're so pretty. I will admire your glam during the competition. The timer got corrected. Did it fix itself? But, you know, tons of people just pop and leave. You know, they don't like dealing with that. They aren't required to provide anything they say they provide. Of course, of course. There's no obligation for anything on their end. But there's supposed to be an incentive for you to apply for the partnership, you know? Besides the check mark, I mean. Alright, let's do the video. Let's mute this. And then I will open my... Where did it go? I keep losing things. Alright. What your Final Fantasy XIV character says about you.
Hey, human! Hope you're not a Lalafell, cause it's time to bend the knee to your newly crowned character design queen. Ah, I can hear you now. Lucy, does that mean you're really good at making Final Fantasy XIV characters? No. I, too, make generic cat girl number 69,420 each time I fire up the old creation screen, like the rest of the common folk. However, I fancy myself a character psychologist of sorts. I have no doctorate, but even if I did, that wouldn't make my opinion more valid because anime-style graphics are a different breed for which science has no data. So Papa Squat, yes, the same kind of squat that is the default male Mikote sit stance, because I'm about to get deep inside your noggin, and I'm gonna expose your darkest secrets to the entire internet. Oh, and if you only want to hear about your own character, race, and gender, I added chapters to help you out. Now, without further ado, let's get started, because the only bush I like to beat around is your mom's.
Damn!
Now, you guys get a lot of hate. People say you're basic. I'm here to tell you that's not true. You're not basic. That title belongs to female Mikote players. More on those subhumans later, but let's continue.
Subhumans?
If you play a male, there is a 20% chance that you have considered using a Fantasia so that you can look like the canon Warrior of Light.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
a 1% chance that you have literally done this. While you are not basic, it is possible you think that Hyur is the default race, and that it doesn't make sense for the Warrior of Light to be anything else. Which is, you know what? We could unpack that, but I'd rather throw the whole suitcase away. Thancred is probably your favorite scion, but not the Realm Reborn flirty version of Thancred, because you can't relate to having self-confidence. If you chose max height Hyur, odds are that you're also a Highlander. Perhaps you get some sick sense of superiority from being taller than 90% of the other characters. Honestly, I've never met one of you that didn't have anything mean to say. But usually it's because I died to something really stupid and I kinda deserved it, but I'm just trying to understand why. If you play a Midlander guy, your main goal in life is to get a hug from a cute girl and have her say that she loves you. Same. But if you play a Highlander, you are probably already drowning in puss. You don't know your ideal rotation because who has time for that when you have a wife and kids at home? But you'll still do better than your Midlander can somehow. Overall, I give your vibe a 6.5 out of 10. You're chill, but stay away from the cat girls, they will corrupt you. If you play a female here, I know you're all using the same face option because it's the only one that won't cause you physical pain from gazing upon it too long. Try to think of any female here's that are plot relevant, and honestly, they're almost all dead, annoying, or villains. At least that last part gives you a type of step on me, mommy energy that the others lack. You survived the massive players who started out with your race by saying, "Cat girls? That's so cringe. I'll never be a cat girl."
What is this
And then
picture?
went cat girl the very second they got the free Fantasia. If you're a Midlander, your personality is very down to earth, a little more introverted than your average Joe. If you're a Highlander, you are all of those things, but your appeal is strong, and the only thing that rivals those pixelated milkers is the size of your heart. Overall, a very respectable choice, but you don't know the first thing about glamour, so you just put on the spring dress and call it a day. Your goal in life is to remain unbothered, so I suggest marrying rich. You're probably one of the few people who could scam a multimillionaire into marriage with your femme fatale nature.
Yes.
So best to start looking now. I rate you an 8 out of 10, but if you're going for the villain vibe, aim more Yotsuyu and less Fordola, you feel? Perhaps the reason I don't play you is because you remind me too much of my sad loner life here in the underworld. Your
Oh, dear.
horns are bigger than mine, and it hurts. You have, a very special vibe. And by special vibe, I mean you inspire all the monster f***ers to come out of the woodwork because
Excuse
the
me?
devs decided to validate them. Whether you're more dragon or lizard is up to anyone's guess, but the one you personally ascribe to determines where you are in the monster lover chart. Like, would you kiss a vampire, or are you wanting to get down with a xenomorph? Whatever.
What?
I mean, at least you're not furries. But the bar is still extremely low, okay? Male Alra, you guys have a waist for days, but you are simultaneously the stereotype of Oonga Boonga, me male, me bigger than girl. I could hold your entire waist with both of my tiny girl hands, so watch your tongue. People think you're... But are you really? Yeah, you are. Your favorite anime character is Sasuke.
Oh
you
my God.
are personally upset that we didn't become actually evil in Shadowbringers. Almost none of you are Reigns because it doesn't match your edgy, dark aesthetic. Don't even try to argue here. But while I'm dogging on you, your race is by far the one that causes the most intrigue about your, equipment, I suppose. Your best in slot, if you will. Like, are there scales? You scaled up? Are you actually in her guts, or are you ripping them out on accident?
Why?
So I
Why?
guess that's a weird flex, but stay humble because it's more morbid curiosity than actual attraction. Your main goal in life is to be perceived as cool, so try any job other than Dark Knight, because every time we see you playing it, the only thing going on in our heads is I rate you 4 out of 10 because 4 means death in Japanese, which is edgy, and I'm sure you appreciate it. Female Aura. Imagine being this short. I definitely can't relate. You think you're so much more cultured than cat girls, but you're not. You're just more spiteful and you love to argue. However, you do have incredible in-game rep going on if you play Zayla. As for Reigns, sorry if you don't want to be boring. Your hair options are pretty cool. Your scales are placed perfectly for max aesthetic. even
Yeah.
if the texture is like the tree from Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oof.
Like the males, most of you are former emo kids, and this image probably triggers an instinctive guttural reaction out of you. I'm bullying you, but I vibe with you. I am just as cringe as you are. I still listen to My Chemical Romance. When I was a young demon, my father didn't exist. That's it, I've got it! This is the race of daddy issues!
Oof.
Solidarity, friends! Your main goal is to be important and special to someone, so I suggest actually going outside and interacting with people instead of staying shut inside your house all day because relationships go both ways! I rate you 7 out of 10 because you were 7 years old the last time you felt loved.
Oof.
I
Elisa.
feel sorry for you. You were thinking Legolas. You were thinking this big bitty elf girl from this anime that no one remembers. Instead, you get Giraffe and mid-puberty teenage boy syndrome.
Giraffe?
They did you so dirty. I don't know about you, but when I think about fantasy elf races, I'm picturing elegance, beauty, wisdom, and I'm not convinced there's a single thought going on behind the faces of these character models. I'm
Aw.
truly sorry for your loss, but on the bright side, you are very dedicated and loyal. You refuse to give up on the race that has given
It's
you
kinda
nothing
long.
but pain. That type of brand loyalty means everyone should fear having you as an enemy, because you do not forgive. You do not forget. If you're playing a male Elizad, congratulations. You fit right in with the main cast. But how does it feel to know you can't make yourself anywhere near as pretty as Amaric or Estinian? How many of you are
a
switching
damn
to
shame.
male Vieira in November? Be honest. A lot of you play one of the OG jobs. Plenty of Dragoon Elizan guys out there. You usually have a lot of headcanons for your Warrior of Light. You care about game lore and love to remind people that Elizan, according to the story, should be the most populated race. I won't lie. I feel like if I asked you to hold my gil purse, you wouldn't even steal the gil. You would just take my ID out and save it for later purposes. Your
Weirdo.
main goal in life is to be respected, so I suggest picking a different race.
Does anybody play in Elizen? Who plays in Elizen? I think Hidden does. Does anybody actually play it? Your character explanation isn't in this video. You don't know that. What do you play, Infidel? You do? You guys do? Really? Oh. I feel like no, not very many people do. You've been a hire from the beginning. Your housemate main, an Elizen dude. You heard nothing else. That's okay, Ghost. It's okay. I'm just being curious.
I rate you 5 out of 10 because at least you're nice people. Now, if you're playing a girl, your models are a little bit better, but you're still serving lots of neck. On the bright side, that makes you instantly more appealing to us blood-sucking demons. You have strong vampire vibes. Real Castlevania stuff. If your models are weird, your voices are elegant, and your emotes make you seem like royalty. You're subtle about it, but you like the royal treatment, the red carpet being rolled out just for you. And your dream is to retire at the age of 25 because you have rows and rows of simps waiting to pay you for feet pics. Pretty sure
Mood.
there's some Rule 34 for that somewhere. Zelda is your Super Smash Bros. Main, and God, I hope you one day embody the same cuteness she has. The good thing about you, though, is I've never seen a female Elizan who didn't know how to play their job at least semi-well, so that makes you extra rare. Since your main goal is to live off of simp bucks, I suggest you Fantasia to a Highlander or Row Girl. As you can see with Elizan, all roads end in death. I will rate you 6 out of 10. You're cool and all, but looking like a female Alucard is less cool, more uncanny valley.
Aww. Lalafell? No thanks. Oh no.
That is one
Oh, here we
big
go.
elephant in the room. Are you gonna say it? Cause I'm not. I don't want to get demonetized in the parallel universe where I am actually monetized. The fact some of you complete degenerates got Yoshi P to beg you to stop using mods, even though this race is the monster he created, that's a meme that's never gonna die. And though most of you play the race with innocent intentions, you are all bona fide memers. I mean, how could you not be? There is absolutely no way you can take anything seriously in cutscenes when even Alphano could punt you across Eorzea with one kick. One small kick for man, one giant improvement for mankind. Nah, I'm just playing. You're all very cute. If you play a male Lalafell, you are a Giga Chad in real life. You have
Oh, brother.
absolutely nothing to compensate for.
Okay.
Nothing to prove. You know you're cute. You flaunt it. One day your parse will be as pink as your ever-blushing cheeks. However, you are impossible to take seriously. No, Teleji Adeleji, if that even is your real name. I am not going to do anything other than laugh at you. It would be so easy to destroy you, and yet the devs insist I must sit back and pretend to find you scary. You are about as scary as an overfed cat. However, I believe the pros outweigh the cons in this case. Your main goal is to do it for the lulz, but I suggest steering clear from jokes that may enter you on the FBI's most wanted list. I rate you 6 out of 10. Solid like a potato. You knew that word was coming. If you play a female Lalafell, stay off Discord, and if you do go on Discord, don't talk to mods who call you kitten. As opposed to your male counterparts, you are extremely wholesome, and yes, your ability to make any outfit adorable is impressive. You're played by Yoshi P, so that gives you some real street cred that the other races must acknowledge. Whenever I see you, I want to protect you from all the harm and evil in the world. Actually, you're so cute, I want to strangle you. Google it, it's called cuteness aggression. I'm not weird. Despite all of you being good people in the story, you scare me far more than male Lalafells. You always play healer, so when I do something stupid and die, please have mercy. Like the guys, you are all memers, but you don't do it for the lulz. You do it for self-gain. In fact, all of the people around you are little more than tools meant to bring you higher status in life. The friends you choose are far and few between, but you'll defend those friends to the death and sell the rest to Satan for a single boiled egg. Horrifying, but understandable. Your main goal in life is to flex your superiority, so my suggestion is to stop clowning yourself by playing healer and pick up tank, preferably warrior. Look at her. She is the tank now. I rate you a 7.5 out of 10. Please navigate the internet with caution. I will shut the naysayers up right now. You are the only valid one here. Yes, even the green skin... You know what? Especially the green skin kings and queens. My hot take is that your race is better designed than the Elizans. I know it's hard to hear, Elizan mains, but it's the truth. Highlanders are good and all, but they want to be you, and they never will be. You are unique. You are rare. But does that mean you deserve a cookie because you made an original choice for once in your life? Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I'll give credit where it's due.
Yeah, why can you be green?
No cookies. I don't share like that, bro. If you play a male, sure. You might be compensating for what you lack in size, but you are not compensating for spirit. You are pure and powerful. Check it. Put those two words together and you're the big PP. You know how to make other people laugh, but unlike Lalafell boys, you are actually pure. Even if no one is thirsting for you, you don't care. In fact, maybe you chose male row specifically because no one would send you a tell asking for ERP. The stereotype is true. Most of you play tanks, but I appreciate that because you're usually passable and will actually use your defensive cooldowns. I speak for all healers when I say thanks. There is a small percentage of you with bad vibes, but they are the minority. Your goal in life is to be the hero, but you have a weird obsession with being the unappreciated hero. So my life advice for you is to never watch redo of a healer, ever. Don't need someone like you getting ideas. I rate you 9 out of 10, but only if you have green skin. Otherwise, 5 out of 10. Now, if you play a female Rogadin, you embody an energy so rare that scientists are studying it as we speak. It may be charted as a new element on the periodic table, right next to gold, because you are of equal, if not greater, value. Do you have mommy energy? Yes. Do you have femdom energy?
Yes.
Do you have girl boss gatekeep gaslight energy? Yes. Do you have access to one of the best hairstyles for females in the entire game? Also yes. You never lose. You stay winning. Your representation in the storyline is small, but very strong when it's there. You literally pulled Urianger, a crusty old man who thinks he's Shakespeare, when I was convinced he didn't even know what women were. Men make fun of you, but when you stand next to them, they go, where's the peg, mommy? In real life, your charisma is unmatched, but people are too intimidated by your prowess to approach you. Your goal is a simple one. Like any suburban middle-aged mom, you just want to live, laugh, love. Don't we all? My advice is to stay away from clout chasers, because some of the people around you just want to get close in an attempt to steal your king energy. I rate you 10 out of 10. Please adopt me.
Alright, here we go, bunnies.
You got the whole squad.
Look how hot they are!
The reason you can't wear hats is because the devs had to nerf your appeal somehow. But you work with what you have, and you have a lot. If you play Vieira, you believe in the power of aesthetic, and you wouldn't bother playing a game if you couldn't thirst for the main character.
Really?
The devs never even wanted to include you, so they created the bunny suit. But players still demanded it so much that it finally happened. Man, if we're not a community of cocks. If you play a female Vieira, you have power over men, and you greatly enjoy it. Even if you're a man behind the screen, you enjoy the feeling of being desired for once in your life. Yes, like the female heroes, you also have step on me energy, but yours is far more potent because you don't need to be a villain to achieve the same result. One day they will make a job based off of those heels, the step on me job, STP for short, unlocked in the Asm step. Unlike everyone who complained about Viera being too tall, you are not afraid to tower over midlanders. It gives you a thrill in the pit of your chiseled little tummy, doesn't it? You have mastered the art of being mean and beautiful. You are old enough to remember the influence of Playboy. But your variety knows no bounds because Zeppla HQ represents your race, and her personality is so kawaii sugoi desune that I can't say you're all rude with a straight face. Some of you just like bunnies, and for that, you have my understanding. Your #1 goal in life is to be—
So this is called Exposing Your Final Fantasy XIV Characters. It's by somebody named Lucy Pyre. So we're going through all of it and calling everybody out. It's great.
so intimidatingly beautiful that no one approaches you. So I suggest
not
choosing
problem.
this face. It's bad. I rate you 8.5 out of 10. I can tell you guys are eating your vegetables. No,
Agreed,
Melvira is not out yet, but we know what they look like, and we all know who wants to play them. Now hold your horses. I'm also a bun boy in the making, so give me a chance to explain myself, my fellow degenerates.
The bun boys look cute.
If you are a male Viera, you are either a gay man, a weeaboo girl, a femboy appreciator, or a bi man in denial. The first category is self-explanatory. Keep doing you, my guy. We love to see it. If you're the second, you are valid, but I'm gonna need you to stay away from the male Mikos. I can only imagine the utter destruction that boy Viera and boy Mikote will cause, but I'm certain it
They're
would be
so
realm-shattering, and not in like the climax kind of way, but the apocalypse kind of way. I fall under the third category, and I am not afraid to say it. I think everyone else is just lying. There's no right or wrong